through here. Region 2 continues. Please welcome Richard Mazzatesta. Welcome. You got it.
Good evening. Thank you to the Linglestown Civic Association for sponsoring this very important night. My name is Rich Mazzatesta. I'm running for re-election to the Central Dauphin School Board from Region 2. Let's just start out with the simple stuff. Central Dauphin School District is the best school district in the area, maybe one of the best school districts in the state. I know that because I've spent more time in the Central Dauphin School District than just about anybody who still remains active. We came here tonight to talk about ourselves, to talk about why we're qualified to be on the school board. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I started teaching in the Central Dauphin School District in 1971. That's nearly 50 years ago. I'm a lifelong career professional educator. I began my career at Lower Paxton Junior High. Now, you'd have to be older to know where that is, but it's right over here. Bob says he knows where it is. I served in that position for nearly 20 years, but I did have a little break. I had a little break. I was called to serve my country. I served in the United States Army, and I'm extremely proud of that, as I've heard Norm say earlier. Very proud of my service. Do I think it's important to be a veteran? Absolutely. Do you have to be a veteran to be a good community leader? You don't, but it helps because you understand dedication, you understand honor, and you understand what community means to everybody, including yourself. So when I came back, the district sent me to a brand new school, Linglestown Junior High. You don't think of that as brand new, but I was there on the day it opened. I was there for the next 20 years, so to say, and I was a classroom teacher. I coached athletics. I served as a committee chairperson, an activity leader. We did anything that was necessary. I ran into one of my students here, well, more than one. One of them remembered my class anyway. And I stayed a classroom teacher for almost until 1990. In 1990, I began my career as an administrator. Unfortunately, I had to leave the district for about 5 years. But that ended up being a good thing. In my career, I worked for 4 different school districts. And what that did was teach me how to run a school district, how to run a school, and what it took to work in both big settings and in small settings. It was a great teacher. That's what experience does for you. My most coveted job was in 1998. I was appointed principal of Central Dauphin High School, where I served for 9 years. It was a great job. I could speak all night about how great that job was. And as Ted said earlier, we were visited by the President of the United States. That president picked us because we were the best school in the area. And don't think that didn't make other schools in the area like Cumberland Valley and Camp Hill very angry about that. But he chose us. Okay. As Ted said earlier, I can speak to anybody about curriculum, scope and sequence, budget, scheduling, all those things, because I had to do those. I had to wear every hat in the school district. After I retired in 2007, I actually worked at the administration building for 3 or 4 years, and I filled virtually every position there was over there. So the difference between me and other candidates is that I've actually been there, I've actually lived in those positions, and I actually know what it takes to run a school district. What it takes is compromise. It takes compromise and it takes negotiation. It's unfortunate that people think that if you don't agree with them and they don't want to compromise and they don't want to negotiate, then you're combative. But that's not true. What's true is you fight for what you think is right. That's what this country was built on. We have choices, folks. This is what I promise you. I promise you as a candidate, I promise to work for every one of our students. My children don't go to school here anymore because they're as old as a lot of people in this room. But my grandchildren go to school here. I want the best for them, just like I want the best for every student that goes to our school. I promise to make every decision that affects our children, and I promise to make those decisions based on what's right for our kids and what's right for our education. I promise to be available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Pick up my campaign stuff back there. My personal phone number and my personal email is at the bottom of every one of those cards. You call that, I'll answer. That's a promise. I challenge other people to do that. They won't do it. That's what commitment is. That's what being dedicated is. I got a call this morning from a lady who introduced herself, and she asked me if I was a teacher one time, and I said I was. And she said, I saw your name on an ad, and I saw your phone number, and you answered the phone. That's what commitment is. I'm committed to you. I'm committed to our school district. I'm committed to our taxpayers. Please vote on May 21st. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it.